Okay, so we're going to walk through a little process. So now that the asset has been purchased, it's time to reposition the asset. What role does Bakerson CPI, the sponsor, play in the needed renovations and overseeing the property management?
Well, this is my favorite area. After we have an asset, my favorite area is focusing on the resident. One of the things you're going to find is many investors do not focus on the resident. They don't even care about the resident. They treat them as a commodity. And I know that when we go to those properties and the property owners, the residents there find out that we're the owner and they tell you, thank you for what we've done to the property. That is why I go to work every day. And we've had that happen more than one time. When you walk on a property and the one says, are you the owner? Yeah, I want to thank you with what you're doing. And I could tell story after story and create some good podcasts on the ones that have happened, just because we take the extra time to determine what do the residents need. One example I will use, and this isn't about rehab, which we'll get to in a moment, but there was we were bought a property and there was an elderly lady taking one of those little airport, the little carts for pulling your suitcase, the little folding carts, and it was a light bag and she was going up the step one at a time. And I ran over there and I ran the cart up the stairs because she was struggling. And I asked her, I said, oh, do you live here? And she says, yeah. I said, do you like it here? And she said, I love it here, but they put me on second floor and I asked for first floor. And I said, well, that's unfortunate. So instead of going back to the meeting, I walked into the property manager, met with Alex and said, Alex, listen, Donnie in unit whatever needs to be on first floor. She's elderly and she struggles with this 10-pound bag bringing it up the stairs. We need to move her. So then he said, oh, I didn't know, because we just bought the property, right? So he didn't realize. So then the next time or another time when I was there, I was walking and I heard somebody say, hey, sir. I turned around, there she is. She says, hey, I got on a first floor property, but not only that, they put me in the new renovated one and I just love it.
Wow.
And I said, and she said, thank you for what you did. And I said, no, that's the right thing to do. So that's the reason I share that story is the focus on the resident. If you listen to what they need, what do you create? You create a safer community. If you create a safer community, you create better residents and you create a better property, which ultimately gives you better returns. It's a really long look at the property, as opposed to how can we squeeze every dollar out of this person today, is how can we take care of it so the turnover is down? Because anybody that's in this business, I think, is in denial if they don't realize that vacant units are the biggest cost. Because I did the math, a vacant unit doesn't pay the bills.